Premier Boxing Champions has once again made its way back to the Big Apple of New York City as we are in the borough of Brooklyn here at Barclays Center for another tremendous night of action. A triple header is on tap here for this gorgeous Saturday evening in our main event, a matchup in the welterweight division as Adrien "The Problem" Broner will take on Jessie Vargas, that at a catch weight of 144 pounds. Also here tonight, you'll see Jermall Charlo, the former 154-pound champion of the world, taking on Hugo Centeno Jr. for the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the world. And to start off the evening, the WBA Super Featherweight crown is on the line as the former world champion, Gervonta Davis from nearby Baltimore, Maryland, puts his undefeated record on the line against the former champion, Jesus Cuellar of Argentina. That is what we have on tap here at a jam-packed Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, which has become the crown jewel for boxing here in the Northeast. This is a loaded card from top to bottom and a lot of anxiousness over what we are going to see in each of our three battles. Wherever you're joining us around the world, thank you so much. Happy Saturday or good morning to you as we go ahead and see this wonderful venue, Barclays Center, which has hosted 29 world-class events and continues to make its mark when it comes to the sport of the sweet science. As we get set, there you see Adrien "The Problem" Broner, the former four-division world champion, looking to make a statement as he's training now under the guidance of Kevin Cunningham down in West Palm Beach, Florida. He's relaxed, he's very excited to prove what he says are the naysayers wrong. He believes that people have written him off and that the best of Adrien Broner is yet to come, and he will once again be a world champion. As you see Broner, who has had and been no stranger to theatrics when it comes to fight weeks. There you see shaking hands with Jim Gray. Adrien Broner called out Leonard Ellerby earlier in the week and has had his fair share of ribs leading up to this fight week with the rapper 6ix9ine. They have a wager out there. Don't know if that will actually be pushed forward. As you see Adrien Broner, who has captured world titles at weights of 130, 135, 40, and 47. And there you see the two-division world champion, Jessie Vargas from Las Vegas. Jessie Vargas having come up short against the likes of Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley, but also has some quality wins on his dossier as well. Victories over the likes of Saddam Ali, a two-division world champion. Also has victories over Anton Novikov and Antonio DeMarco, along with, he won his first world title in April of 2014 over Khabib Alikhariev, a fight in which an opponent that both Broner and Vargas have in common. They were victorious over Alikhariev, both Broner and Vargas. For Vargas also, he's very relaxed. It's said now, working with Mike McCallum, the body snatcher, the former world champion. This is their second camp together. He said that he's learned quite a bit under Mike McCallum. He said, "I think I have the advantage being the taller and the stronger fighter. I'm a full-grown welterweight. I'm ready for victory," says Jessie Vargas as he's relaxed, making his way into Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. When it came to training camp, he said everything has gone fantastically. "I can't wait for this fight. This isn't a game. I'm here to win, and I plan to do that. This is going to be action." Those from the words of Jessie Vargas, who's getting settled in to his locker room here at Barclays Center. As you see a jam-packed Barclays Center, which has seen a stellar undercard, and we prepare for our three bouts here tonight, Gervonta Davis and Jesus Cuellar. As you see that Cuellar, the former world champion, coming off of losing to Abner Matas back in December of 2016. Manny Robles, the trainer for Cuellar, said that the layoff and the ring rust will not be a factor whatsoever when it comes to this matchup against Davis. Cuellar's camp said that they know that they have to be aggressive. Gervonta Davis, he himself has followed the route of Adrien Broner and has gone and gotten the services of Kevin Cunningham. no longer is Gervonta Davis training with his former trainer, as he went ahead and he was with Calvin Ford for years, but instead decided to make his way down to West Palm Beach, Florida, and train with Kevin Cunningham and Adrien Broner. He stated, I was actually going to Colorado to train, but Adrien invited me to come down to West Palm Beach to check out the camp. He said I should come to Florida to train with him and Kevin, so I came down, I saw Kevin's routine, and I really like it. He went further as to say that there are a lot of distractions in Baltimore, and I think they were a problem for me. I needed to straighten my head and focus on the things I have to work on. It was time to set my camp somewhere else, and Davis said that the camp with Kevin Cunningham in Florida has paid dividends, as Gervonta Davis coming off of an 8th-round stoppage over Francisco Fonseca. That was the co-main event of Mayweather-McGregor, but it was the fact that Gervonta Davis, he lost his world title on the scale and missed weight, so now he's up at 130 and has his sights set on capturing this world championship against Jesus Cuellar. And also you see the pink gloves, and back here is Jesus Cuellar out of Argentina. Cuellar is extremely confident heading into this matchup with Manny Robles. He had an extensive amateur career, 230-10, was a member of the Argentine national team. He actually won gold for the first time in August of 2013, defeating Claudio Marrero, defended that 5 times before losing to Abner Mares. When it came to the thought process of what Manny Robles and company are saying, Robles said, it is going to be an inside fight. It's going to be a pressure fight. 12 rounds, and that's what we're prepared to do for the past couple of months. Cuellar has worked with Robles in Norwalk, California, and Robles was adamant about how good Cuellar has looked. He went ahead and stated that Cuellar looks in tremendous shape. He's in great shape. He just went 12 rounds with different sparring partners during camp. We're ready to go. So says the camp of Jesus Cuellar. So you have Davis and Cuellar, which will start off the festivities here in Brooklyn. As you see that Gervonta Davis, before David Benavidez won a world title at 168, was the youngest world champion here in the United States at just 21 years of age. And Davis's promoter, Floyd Mayweather, even said that down the line and in the near future, they would like to see Gervonta Davis go ahead and meet up with Vasily Lomachenko. Now, Lomachenko is now campaigning at 135, but Mayweather stated that he has had conversations with Top Rank, and he would love a matchup with Davis and Vasily Lomachenko. But first, Davis has got to get past Jesus Cuellar here in Brooklyn. And for Gervonta Davis, he has had quite a bit of success here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. He won his first world title by defeating Jose Pedraza. And here it is as we go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights. This was last January when Davis just overwhelmed Pedraza, and look at the pinpoint accuracy by the 23-year-old as he's just ripping big shots, straight lefts followed by that right hook. Down went Pedraza, and Pedraza looked like he was just in a totally different world. You could tell that his body language said that he had had enough. And they waved it off, and the partisan Baltimore crowd came to their feet, and there are thousands who have made the trek from Baltimore to support their native son in Gervonta Davis. I watched Gervonta Davis over the past several years, and the one thing I can tell you about Gervonta Davis is how quick he is. He has that power. He gets a lot of leverage behind his punches, and when he does that, that is problematic for whoever he is facing. So Gervonta Davis, he had an extensive amateur career as well. 206-15 was his amateur record. Won the 2012 National Golden Gloves, 3 straight National Silver Gloves championships, from 2006 to 2008, 2 National Junior Olympic gold medals, and a plethora of other amateur accomplishments that he put on his resume. And you see that Kevin Cunningham working on keeping Davis sharp as they prepare in the locker room. Davis is no stranger to the bright lights. You don't get much bigger than being on a card with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. Over millions around the world watched that card. He was the co-feature against Francisco Fonseca. They certainly believe in what Gervonta Davis is all about. Mayweather Promotion CEO Leonard Ellerbe was beaming about how much they feel that Gervonta Davis can be that next pay-per-view star and take the mantle at just 23 years of age. Davis knows he has some reclamation to do as he gets ready to make his way to the ring here at Barclays Center, and this place is going to erupt when you hear the reaction from the Baltimore faithful. He's very popular here in the Northeast. Being from the East Coast is Gervonta Davis, the former IBF junior lightweight champion of the world, ranked number 3 by the WBA. Inside the ring, though, is Jesus Cuellar, the 31-year-old, currently ranked number 1 by the WBA in the super featherweight division, former WBA featherweight champion of the world that he fell at the hands of Abner Mares. And incidentally, Cuellar is fighting for his family, obviously, but his wife, Gabriela, is actually 4 months pregnant, and she will not be here ringside to watch the fight. Rather, she will stay in the dressing room. So Jesus Cuellar with the pregnant wife 4 months along, and we wish them all the best. And with Manny Robles in his corner, and an 8-year age discrepancy between Cuellar and Davis. Getting set for our first bout of the evening. Hey, don't forget, be interactive with us on social media. Follow us at Premier Boxing. Also, you can go ahead and chime in with me at SBR Flores on social media. We'll do our best during the course of tonight's telecast to answer questions and get back to you. Very interactive here when it comes to our triple header here this evening at Barclays Center. And now we await the entrance of the man known as Tank. And you can hear the ovation for Gervonta Davis already. Gervonta Davis, 23 years of age. The only guy that has gone the distance with Davis was Jermall in October of 2015. Made one defense of his IBF crown. That was a victory over Liam Walsh. And you hear the ovation from the Baltimore fans. Davis stated he's not into researching his opponents or other fighters than the ones that I like. I just train hard and fight who is in front of me. And he knows about Jesus Cuellar that he can hit, that he's not going to back down, and he's a tough opponent. I believe that Cuellar will be my toughest opponent to date. Gervonta Tank Davis. And there you see Gervonta Davis, ready and raring to go against Jesus Cuellar. Davis, a big favorite in this matchup. There you see Leonard Ellerbe, the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, who no doubt. And let's take a look at our tail of the tape. You see the 9-year age difference. I stand corrected. 9 years is the age discrepancy. As you see, the height and the reach advantage is in the favor of Jesus Cuellar. Let's take a look at the rules. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. You cannot be saved with a bell in any round. The referee or the doctor can stop the fight, and the fight is official after 4 completed rounds of action. So we are set for our first bout of the evening here from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, as we have Baltimore well represented with Gervonta Davis taking on Argentina's own Jesus Cuellar. Cuellar, a heavy underdog, but believes he will be able to prove the naysayers wrong. And here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York. As Premier Boxing Champions presents a big night of action coming your way, a triple header brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, DeBella Entertainment, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. We are sponsored by Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach, and Casa Noble Tequila, the noble pursuit. This bout in the ring is sanctioned by the WBA. The president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. Supervisor is George Martinez. Introducing our three judges, scoring from ringside. From Avon, Connecticut, Glenn Feldman. From New York City, Waleska Roldan. And from Nowak, Connecticut, Don Trella. Introducing our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Benji Esteves. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with gold and red trim. Hailing from Buenos Aires, Argentina, he weighed in at 129 1/4 pounds. His record, 28 wins with 2 losses and 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the WBA #1 ranked super featherweight contender, introducing the former WBA featherweight champion of the world, Jesus Cuellar. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with burgundy trim, fighting out of it, representing his home of Baltimore, Maryland. He weighed in at a ready 129 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 19 wins, no losses, with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the WBA #3 super featherweight contender. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former IBF junior lightweight champion of the world, introducing the undefeated Gervonta Davis. Once again, a referee in charge, Benji Esteves, now to give instructions.
And there you see Gervonta Davis got a very good reception. The fans obviously here to support him. You saw his mother, Kenya Brown. There you see Jesus Cuellar with his trainer, Manny Robles. Now they come to the center.
Okay, man, you've already received your pre-bout instructions. Ya recibiste todas las instrucciones. I want a clean fight. Quiero una pelea limpia. Obey my commands at all times. Obedece mis instrucciones todo el tiempo. Protect yourself at all times. Protege la pelea todo el tiempo. Buena suerte. Good luck.
It is our first fight of the evening. The WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World is on the line. Jesus Cuellar, the former champion at 126, looking to become a 2-division world champion. But standing in his way is the fast-rising star, Gervonta Davis, who is looking to keep his record intact and win another world title. And we are underway. As you see that both are southpaws. So that is something that does not happen often in boxing. And the game plan obviously for Cuellar is to pressure Gervonta Davis and keep him off balance. Very rarely have we seen the counter-punching ability of Davis, but it will certainly have to come into play here tonight. For Davis, the last time he fought here at Barclays Center was his victory over Jose Pedraza when he won the world title. For Cuellar, December of 2015, a victory over Jonathan Oquendo. So neither man are foreign to this building. A nice right hook to the body by Gervonta Davis. Sends a straight left down the middle. Davis is looking to land an uppercut to the body as he potentially sees the opening from Cuellar. Doubling up on the jab as well as Davis. If you're Cuellar, though, you cannot just have this reckless aggression. He needs to be able to jab his way in and put Gervonta Davis off balance. But the thing with Davis is his concussive knockout power. He has that one-punch knockout ability that you have to be cognizant of at all times. Nice straight left hand that momentarily stopped Cuellar in his tracks. But Cuellar answers with the right hook. Davis with the right hook to the body that backed up Cuellar as Cuellar is unwilling now to stand and treat. I think he was hurt from that right hook. And now Davis is going to work. That right hook to the body affected Jesus Cuellar, and Davis knows it. 65 seconds left in round one. You saw the body language in Cuellar change dramatically as he went backwards and stopped coming forward. And Davis immediately sensed that, but did not attack in a way that was sort of out of his element, out of the game plan. Davis with that jab. Very solid round and a straight left hand as Cuellar came forward, and he was blasted with a shot from Davis. Another straight left hand backing up the Argentine. That was a right hook, but that was a grazing shot. Davis looks very sharp here this evening. Opening round here at Barclays Center between Gervonta Davis and Jesus Cuellar. A strafing left hook to the body by Davis to conclude round one.
Take a deep breath. Here it is right here. That jab is the key, baby. Listen to me. Listen to me. You know what we worked on in camp? What's up, wipe his nose? What's up, wipe his nose? Middle top. Here. Blow his nose. You want to blow it? Listen to me. Listen to me. First of all, start sticking and stabbing with you.
Para llegar hacia él hay que sacar doble llave, ¿entendido? Si queremos llegar. No podemos llegar con un solo llave, ¿ok?
We cannot get there with just one
Tiene que
jab.
ser continuo el llave y después
It has
buscar
to
el
be
recto al
continuous.
pecho. Sí, cuando esté adentro, castígueme el cuerpo.
When you
Y
get
después
inside,
muéveme la
attack
cintura,
into the
niño.
body.
¿Entendido? Segundo round, vamos.
Listen, there you see the lovely Samantha here at Barclays Center. Round two, so some interesting instructions out of the camp of Davis. They want him to stick and stab, which basically means to put that jab on Cuellar. Manny Robles wants to see Cuellar double up on the jab and also focusing on the body of Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis having a very solid first round. Cuellar seemed to be a step slow and an inadvertent shot behind the head of Davis, and Ben Stev is warning Cuellar.
Suéltalo, suéltalo, suéltalo.
A little bit of a momentary lapse in action, and Davis sneaks in that straight left on the right side of the ribcage of Cuellar. Steps to his side as well. Manny Robles has got to get Jesus Cuellar to close the distance, because at distance, Gervonta Davis is so explosive, and a right hook that again ripped into the body of Cuellar, and now Cuellar is not as willing to come forward. On straight left, and down he goes. That puts Cuellar on the deck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A paralyzing shot, but Cuellar gets up. Can Davis bring an end to the night of Jesus Cuellar in abrupt fashion? Another shot. Cuellar still seems to be hurt. Davis knows he has him hurt. A right hook to the body by the 23-year-old out of Baltimore. Davis loading up. A straight left down the center. an uppercut by Davis. Davis looking to time Cuellar. He knows he has a wounded opponent in front of him. 60 seconds left in round 2. Can Cuellar survive? Now Davis inviting Cuellar in with his hands below his waist. A powerful body shot putting down Cuellar earlier in the round. A straight left that connected off the right side of the skull of Cuellar. Cuellar coming forward. Looks like he's gotten his legs underneath him. And if you're Davis, I'm surprised he isn't going back to the body of Cuellar. Maybe he's waiting to start that in the 3rd round. Oh, big straight left hook as Cuellar was momentarily paralyzed in his tracks.
10 seconds, 10 segundos.
Another straight left. Davis is going head hunting, but it was the body work that made Cuellar taste the canvas for the first time tonight. Round 2 is in the books. A very big round for Gervonta Davis as Cuellar has a lot of work to do.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Relax, relax.
¿Ya pasó?
It
¿Quedaron bien
happened.
al cuerpo? Sí.
Yeah, you
Tranquilo,
good.
ya estamos recuperados, ¿no?
Look, we recuperated.
Recuperado, bien hecho.
Recuperated, very
Vamos
nice.
de menos a más, ¿de acuerdo? Sí, queremos llegar después del cuarto, 5, del quinto, sexto
We
round.
want to
¿qué es lo
get
que
to him
trae?
before the 5th
¿De
and 6th
acuerdo?
round.
Vamos de menos
Listen
a
to
más,
me.
no pasa nada. Es parte del boxeo, ¿sí? ¿Ahora qué?
Part of boxing.
Ahora,
All
usted
right,
de la
now
misma
what?
manera cuando llegue dentro.
And here is that left, straight left, boom. Right on the right side of the rib cage, and look at the grimace in the face of Cuellar. Wonderful job by our camera crew here as he immediately had to go to the canvas. Cuellar came in, Davis, boom. A straight left hook right on the chin of Cuellar. Round 3, this one is scheduled for 10, 12 I stand corrected. It may not even go 8, 10. I highly doubt it to go 12. Cuellar doubling up on his jab to get on the inside. He's going to try, he needs pressure. Manny Robles was very honest with him as to say, we need to get to Davis before this 4th and 5th round. Let's start now to swing this fight into our favor. A 10-9 round is what I had for Davis, and then the 2nd round obviously was a 10-8 for Tank. So he's ahead by 3 points early. Another straight left hand connecting for Davis. An uppercut, and it looks to be maybe I thought it was a headbutt, and a nice left uppercut by Davis. They're both exchanging hooks on the inside, and Davis is willing to oblige. A right hook by Davis. I don't know if Cuellar wants to get this into being a firefight with Davis, but more so a fight where Cuellar ties up and smothers Davis and tries to make it an ugly fight. Cuellar has the experience in his favor, and he needs to close the gap. Instead of, he will be picked apart all night long if the fight continues in this fashion. The corner of Cuellar is urging him to get on the inside. And when Cuellar sits down and punches to go to the body, he immediately gets tattooed with a straight left. And also, it has been the constant jab that we're seeing out of the Baltimore native. A nice left uppercut as Cuellar came forward. That backed him up, and now Cuellar is backing up his backer against the ropes. A right hook to the body, and Davis puts him down for the 2nd time.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can Cuellar last this final 32 seconds? Davis going on the attack, obviously. Cuellar visibly hurt. Can Davis close it out and win another world title? Look at this power, and this one is Gervonta Tank Davis is once again the world champion, and the future is absolutely so bright for the Baltimore favorite. There you see his mother, Kenya, delighted, smiling from ear to ear, and that was a clinical destruction by Gervonta Tank Davis. Jesus Cuellar being helped to his stool, but my goodness, what a performance from Gervonta Davis, as he is now the WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the world, as he becomes a two-division world champion. And now there is something is going on in the corner of Jesus Cuellar. There seems to be some issues in regards to Cuellar's camp between manager and trainer, something along those lines, but nonetheless, Gervonta Tank Davis is the WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the world. And now let's take a look back at what transpired in round number 2 with the body attack of Gervonta Davis. That straight left boom. And you saw a delayed reaction. Cuellar hit the canvas. And that was in round 2. And again, this is how the end of the fight transpired. A right hook to the body, and look at Gervonta Davis sit down on the blows. Goes a right hook to the body, butterfly, followed by a strafing left hand. And Cuellar, and here's another look at it. Look at my goodness, what a right hook to the body by Gervonta Davis. He got so much leverage behind that punch and just continued to tee off on Cuellar, knowing that he had him hurt. That was the second knockdown of the fight in the 3rd round. And here is the end of the fight as Gervonta Davis literally emptied his tank. And that would be all she wrote for Cuellar. Right hook on the button, glancing blows, but look at the power and the accuracy. Uppercut, followed by a right hook, and Benji Estevez, the veteran referee, had seen enough. As Gervonta Davis, a two-division world champion, as he wins a world title in the building where he won his first world championship here at the Barclays Center. Gervonta Tank Davis, he is a budding superstar. And Cuellar is going to go to the locker room, but Davis immediately jumped on the turnbuckle and felt a sense of adulation. He is so talented, so powerful, and he demonstrated his brilliance here tonight at Barclays Center. 23 years of age and already a two-division world champion. He is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have time in 2 minutes and 45 seconds in round number 3, where our referee in charge, Benji Estevez, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated. He is now the WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Gervonta Davis.
And Gervonta Davis is standing by with Jim Gray.
All right, Mauro, thank you very much. Tank, terrific effort tonight. From your perspective, after what had happened on the Mayweather card to where you are now, what changed?
First off, I want to thank God. I want to thank my promoter, my management, Al Heyman. I want to thank my home team. I want to thank the beautiful people that came out tonight and also watched on Showtime. But what happened was, on the undercard of Mayweather fight, I wasn't focused. This was my second time fighting on Floyd Mayweather undercard, so it got to my head. But I went home, looked over, and conversated with my team. It was time for me to move out of Baltimore and open up a new camp. And I got focused, and now I'm champion again.
So was that a good thing for you to have happen at a young age because you recognize how precious these opportunities are?
Yes, sir. It's always bumps in the road, you know, going to, you know, being successful. It's all about how you come back. And tonight showed I'm a real champion.
How much did Kevin Cunningham help you coming into your camp and being a part of your training staff?
We all know Kevin Cunningham is, you know, he no lack for tolerance. You know, when I'm in the gym, you know, even in the camp house, I have food waiting for me, prepared. Every time I get up in the morning, I knew what I was going to do, and that was train.
Lomachenko would be next, but obviously there's going to be some obstacles for that fight. So Dibbs and Farmer, you want the winner of that?
I definitely want the winner of that. Let's unify, baby.
Tank, congratulations. Great to see you back.
Thank you.
All right.
And Gervonta Davis obviously thrilled, and you heard the response from the fans here. A lot of people came from Baltimore, and Gervonta Davis went ahead and closed the show. That's how you do it. And his legions of fans are obviously smiling from ear to ear, but 23 years of age, you have got to keep your eye on Gervonta Davis. And here is how the fight played itself out. It was a short matchup. You saw Jesus Cuellar coming out very confident in this matchup. Obviously, Gervonta Davis was breeding confidence as well. But look at Davis go ahead and just his body shots. Look at the right hook to the body. And Cuellar was trying to settle in, but that left, straight left, that put Cuellar down in the second round. And then Davis went right back to the attack in round number 3, as you saw him here in the second round. And now we're in the third, as Cuellar was coming forward and then just getting eaten alive by shots. That right hook to the body followed by the left, and Cuellar hit the deck for the second time in the fight. And then it was only a matter of time, and Gervonta Davis finishes off Jesus Cuellar in the third round to become a 2-division world champion. Won his first world title at 126, now world champion at 130. And I'll even say that it is likely that Davis will become a 3-division world champion as he continues to grow into his body, because he's just 23 years of age. So that is how we have started the night in impressive fashion with the 23-year-old in Gervonta Davis. But we are getting set for now Jermall Charlo and Hugo Centeno Jr., a battle between two 27-year-olds. And my goodness, Jermall Charlo has been wiping out his opponents. Hugo Centeno Jr. coming off of 2 straight victories by TKO, a highlight reel knockout of the year candidate over Emmanuel Lim. But there you see Jermall Charlo as he's working with Ronnie Shields. The two have been together for quite some time. Ronnie Shields said when it comes to Jermall Charlo, his work ethic reminds him of Evander Holyfield. Sometimes I'll watch him and his similarities are startling. I'm not talking just in the ring, even though there's similarities there too. I'm talking about dedication. Both of those guys refuse to take off. Jermall Charlo, the 27-year-old who will be turning 28 next month, looks to give himself an early birthday present by capturing the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the world. And also Hugo Centeno Jr., who is 27 years of age. As we go ahead and take a look at some highlights of Jermall Charlo's last performance against George Highland that happened last July. It was on the co-feature of Adrien Broner's last matchup against Mikey Garcia. Dave Bontempo and Brian Adams have the call from round 3.
Good right hand by Charlo. Another good shot by Charlo.
With no body shot.
Good left uppercut. Drives Halon back again.
There's something wrong with his left leg. And this is not the type of level you should compete at with an injury.
Seems like he really can't plant full weight on it.
Right.
Jab in the right hand. Left hook by Charlo. Not quite to the same level, but remember Daniel Jacobs and Sergio Mora right here.
Yeah.
With the injury.
Now, I see the commissioner walk over to the corner of Highland, talking to his cornerman.
Now, they'll keep a good eye on this because the body language for Halon is not good.
And if it was a competitive matchup, then the concern wouldn't be as great. But he's getting hit solid with some hard shots against a world-class athlete.
Plus 9 more rounds to go, and they'll emphasize safety first. So you know they'll take another good look at that. Make him flex, perhaps, like we saw. He got about 1:20 of a rest in between rounds.
You know, but technically, if he's safe, there's nothing wrong with his leg. You can't stop it just because it doesn't look good.
No, they'll make a judgment call, and they'll be on it. In the meantime, Charlo is trying to get him out of there under conventional circumstances. Good power, the jab, the right hand. Good poise by Charlo.
Yeah, excellent poise, but again, I just don't like the fact that he has yet to really attack the body. There's something certainly wrong with that left leg.
All right, check it in the corner.
Pero claro, ¿por qué tanto a la cabeza? ¿No habíamos quedado al cuerpo? Escuchame. Vamos al cuerpo. Paso a paso, al cuerpo, paso a paso al cuerpo. Vamos. Dame el balde, a ver. Dame el balde. Que me dé más agua.
We can see last round, the concern for his leg, he threw the punch. And you see the awkwardness of his leg. It's stiff, it flexes there, and then he jerks it. That was the last round. That was the round with the knockdown, where I said he fell into a punch. It looked like his leg just gave way.
So multiple problems for Halon as we start round 4.
And now let the doctor see him. They have to let the corner, they have to allow that minute for the corner to work on their boxing.
No, se afloja un poco nomás. Se afloja un poquito, pero ¿desde cuándo? ¿Hoy? Sí, recién. ¿Hoy recién? Yeah, he said it's just started getting loose today. He said it just started getting loose. Give him one more.
All right, so into round 4, we heard the dialogue. They told Benji Estevez he's just trying to get something loose. Benji said we'll give him one more. So this might be the round that Halon has to show something to stay in it.
That's what I said. If he's clear in the fact that there's no injury, you can't stop it just because it doesn't look good to you.
Well, that's what the officials have apparently honored so far. They've gone with the word. It's unlike a cut, which you could say it's not that bad, but a commissioner can see it.
Right.
That part of the body, you're taking the guy's word.
Right, and he's clear. He's saying there's nothing wrong. He's just trying to shake it out and loosen it up. So, right, you can't say, okay, you're lying.
Good uppercut by Charlo, and we did see him trying to flex it out between rounds 2 and 3.
And he is moving. It's not as if he can't move. See, he is moving.
Big shot by Charlo as he was backing up. Yeah, there's a guy that if you're good enough, you can break certain rules. Charlo backed straight up. Not supposed to do that. And then he landed a thunderous right hand because he was quick enough to transition.
And that leg, questionable leg injury, has forced Charlo to throw power shots and get away from that jab. See, now Charlo's not working that stiff jab. He just power shots.
Big power shot by Charlo. Jab and the uppercut behind the jab.
Highland leg is a dead. His leg just gave way. I was about to say his leg is not that bad because he's taking the shots. The corner's up on the apron.
And it's done.
And that's it.
You could say the leg, you could say the left hook. Either one, a compelling argument to end it. Charlo was heavily favored, and he fought like it.
We're here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, getting set for Jermall Charlo and Hugo Centeno Jr. You just saw his victory over George Highland. He became the first person to stop the Argentine, as Jermall Charlo has a lot of power in his hands. He was the former IBF Super Welterweight Champion of the world, won the title in September of 2015 with the third-round TKO over Cornelius Canine Bundridge, and made successful title defenses over Julian J. Rock Williams and Wilkie Camford. And here is the Williams fight that went back to the Galen Center on the campus of USC in Los Angeles. Many people thought this was a 50-50 fight heading into the matchup, but then Jermall Charlo proved that he was superior over the Philadelphia product in Julian J. Rock Williams. It was an ebb and flow fight up until this point, and bang, boom. There is the right uppercut that sent Julian Williams crashing into the canvas. Williams visibly hurt. Said he was okay, but Jermall Charlo felt otherwise, and then he did this. Look at the power, and Charlo putting it on, and that was it for Julian J. Rock Williams, as Jermall Charlo picked up what was his most gratifying victory up to that point in his career, as he proved the naysayers wrong, believing that it was a 50-50 fight. Jermall and Jermall were world champions simultaneously in the super welterweight division. And now we get set for Hugo Centeno Jr. and Jermall Charlo for the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the world. There you see Centeno, 27 years of age, from Oxnard, California, training under Eric Brown. A 9-year pro coming off of a highlight reel knockout over Emmanuel Lim in August. That was the night before Mayweather-McGregor down in Miami, Oklahoma. Looked amazing in that fight with that check left hook. Since losing to Maciej Sulecki in June of 2016, Centeno has won 2 in a row. But there we see Jermall Charlo, led by his brother Jermall, who's the WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the world. They have the moniker of Lions Only. They are very proud of where they're from in Houston, Texas. And Jermall said he wants to be the absolute best middleweight in the world. He wants Daniel Jacobs. He wants Gennady Golovkin. But first, he's got to deal with Hugo Centeno Jr. Jermall Charlo, who is going to be turning 28 next month, hoping to give himself an early birthday present here at Barclays Center. Hugo Centeno has had a very good camp. This fight was supposed to happen on March 3rd as one of the chief supporting bouts of Wilder Ortiz, but A rib injury delayed the fight some 6 weeks. But Charlo said he stayed in camp, totally fine, extremely sharp, and looking to handle business. For Centeno, said he has no ill effects from the fight. He said, I don't pay attention to what people are saying about Charlo. I'm staying focused because I know that this fight can change my whole career. I'm ready to win. So says Hugo Centeno Jr. Let's take a look at the numbers with this matchup between Jermall Charlo and Hugo Centeno Jr. As you see, both, they are 27 years of age. Centeno the slight height advantage and the reach advantage as well. And incidentally, Centeno is the tallest fighter that Charlo has ever fought. Let's take a look at the rules. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. You cannot be saved with the bell in any round. Only the referee or the doctor can stop the fight, and the fight is official after 4 rounds have been completed. Moments away from our co-feature, we'll send to the Hall of Famer. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, we bring to you our next bout as Premier Boxing Champions presents a middleweight special attraction brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, Dabella Entertainment, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. We're sponsored by Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach, and Casa Noble Tequila, the noble pursuit. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president, Mauricio Sulaiman. The supervisor is Bob Yalen. Introducing our 3 judges, scoring from ringside, from Oneida, New York, Don Ackerman. From Queens, New York, Carlos Ortiz Jr. And from Rivervale, New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. We introduce our referee in charge. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Steve Willis. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing in a special attraction, middleweights in the ring. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing gold trunks with white trim from Oxnard, California. He weighed in at 158 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 26 wins and only 1 loss. 1 no decision with 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WBC number 4 ranked contender, introducing Hugo, the Boss Centeno Jr. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing green trunks with gold trim, hailing from Houston, Texas. He weighed in at the middleweight limit of 160 pounds even. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 26 wins, no losses, with 20 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the WBC number 1 contender. Here is the hard-hitting former IBF junior middleweight champion of the world, known as the future of boxing, introducing Jermall Charlo. Once again, a referee in charge, now to give instructions, Steve Willis.
Okay, gentlemen, you've both received instructions in the dressing rooms. I want you to obey the commands, protect yourselves at all times. Right now, we're going to call right here under the letters, under the everlast. Right here, we're going to call under the letters right here. All right, tap it up. Let's go.
Steve Willis, the referee in charge. Jermall Charlo looking to get closer to a world title shot here in the middleweight division. Hugo Centeno Jr. believes that this victory, if he's successful over Jermall Charlo, will change his life. Charlo 4-0 in world title bouts with 3 stoppages. Charlo said he's not overlooking Centeno, but has its sights set on the likes of Daniel Jacobs and Gennady Golovkin. We're underway as Charlo and Centeno are conventional. But this is the tallest fighter that Jermall Charlo has ever had to deal with. You saw his brother Jermall there ringside watching his brother. For Hugo Centeno Jr., he has his wife, Ezra, and their 6-month-old daughter, Emilia. They're cheering him on. Seeing about with Charlo. Very good fundamentals working with Ronnie Shields. Shields, no stranger to training world-class champions, the likes of Mike Tyson, Pernell Whitaker, Mark Breland, Evander Holyfield, just to name a few. Charlo very big and strong, especially up top. They both exchange left hooks. If you're Centeno, you want to stay away from the power of Jermall Charlo and try to catch Charlo coming forward with the left hook, as he threw right there. That was partially blocked by Charlo. And also Ronnie Shields, the trainer of Edeslandi Lotto, who just relinquished his 154-pound title to Jared Hurd. Quite a bit of luminaries here in attendance at Barclays Center. Gary Russell, Errol Spence, just to name a few. Jared Hurd as well, the aforementioned Jared Hurd. Charlo sticking that jab, and also to the midsection of Centeno. Gotta say, I am jealous of the hairstyle of Hugo Centeno Jr. My goodness, his hair doesn't move inside that ring. We'll see if Charlo can change that with his punching power.
Work out.
Under a minute left here in round one.
I got it.
Jermall Charlo, last time he was in action, you saw highlights of that earlier. George Highland became the first man to stop Highland. For Centeno, we saw him in August of last year. A vicious left hook knockout over Emmanuel Lean. Straight right hand that missed for Centeno. Feeling out process between the two combatants.
Hold, work your way out. Don't hold this side. Work your way out.
And with Centeno, they're both, when it comes to their physical makeup, are vastly different. Long and extremely, he doesn't have the muscle tone of Jermall Charlo, but he has a lot of good leverage behind the shots, does Hugo Centeno Jr.
Give it to me. Hey, listen. I need you to step up a little bit more. I will. Just step up behind the jab. You already hurt him with one jab. The jab hurt him a little bit, okay? You already feel the power on the jab. But listen, when you get him, trap him on them ropes on the corner, and then feint him, then go behind shots, okay? Everything else looking good. Just relax. But look, just pick.
I need you working them. You got me? Okay, let's get back outside and keep working. Okay? Trust your speed. Just don't leave a punch out there. Get it back, okay? Move your head. Okay, baby? How you feel? Let's go have fun. Let's go have fun. You got this, guys. Remember, that's the one in the bag.
So instructions from Ronnie Shields to Jermall Charlo, wants him to utilize more of the jab. For Eric Brown to Hugo Centeno Jr. wants him to stay on the outside, keep working. Round two scheduled for 12. I gave that first round to Jermall Charlo. Not really much action in that one, but was a feeling out round between Charlo and Centeno. The winner of this fight will win the interim WBC Middleweight Championship, which all that means, to be honest with you, is being the #1 contender to Gennady Golovkin, who's the WBC Middleweight Champion. Now coming inside is Centeno, looking to unleash some punches as Charlo chases him down. Big right hand, two big right hands on the chin, and oh my goodness, Charlo puts down Centeno, and this one may be over. Oh my goodness. This one is over. Jermall Charlo is a very, very bad man, and once again, he demonstrated that tonight. There is his brother, Jermall. Oh my goodness. Talk about decapitating knockout power. Thankfully, Centeno rises to his feet, but that was a vicious knockout by Jermall Charlo. My goodness, this young man, Jermall Charlo, is extremely dangerous and problematic for anyone in the middleweight division. As he puts out Hugo Centeno Jr. in the second round, Jermall Charlo is one dangerous opponent. And here is how the fight finished. There was that big right on the chin, and here is Charlo again as they clash heads is what happened, but Charlo went back on the offensive, the left hook, and here we see a big right hand right on the left side of the ear, and here's this left hook, bang! Oh my goodness, Centeno is out on his feet, and he goes crashing to the canvas. He actually ran into the ropes, did Hugo Centeno. He stood up, thankfully he's okay, but here's another look at it. Here's that big right hand, boom, right on the chin. It caught like the chest and chin. And another shot by Charlo. They clashed heads, but look at the left hook. And then Charlo went right back to work. Right followed by a left, followed by another right, and down went Centeno. And Charlo knew the fight was over. Here is another look at it as it all started off with the left hook. Boom, right there. Look at the face of Hugo Centeno move. Your face isn't supposed to move that way. And Charlo, with the amount of power that he has behind his punches, did that. My goodness. He is so powerful, he's so dangerous, and I would hate to be anybody to deal with him at 116 pounds. And his brother, Jermall, who's the WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the world, he is absolutely delighted. Also, Errol Spence is there with Derek James, his trainer, and they are saying, yep, stand up for Houston. And there is Jermall Charlo showing off to his brother. And he showed off to the world here tonight. Did a Jermall Charlo. Ronnie Shields smiling from ear to ear, and man, they are so much fun to watch. And here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 55 seconds in round number 2. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated. The future of boxing, Jermall Charlo.
Jermall Charlo embraces with Hugo Centeno Jr. A sign of respect between the two. But my goodness, Jermall Charlo dominated here tonight. Here he is with Jim Gray.
Morrow, thank you very much.
Whoa.
Jermall, congratulations.
Whoa.
How would you describe that onslaught?
Say it again, I can hear you.
How would you describe that onslaught?
First off, I want to give thanks to God, because if it weren't for God, I wouldn't be here right now. He put me in amazing places to see amazing things, and I'm grateful for it. And then I want to thank Al Heyman, because he said it, and I knew it. I believed in him. Man, my team running shows, everybody that's standing by my side, man. It's been amazing. Amazing journey here. 2-time world champion. Bring on GGG. I don't want to talk about it. Bring on GGG. Well, yeah, Triple G. What you want to call him? Little, I don't care. Bring him on, man. I'm ready. I'm ready, man. Stop playing.
Well, he will be the mandatory now since you've won this fight.
I've been the mandatory.
I understand. How are we going to overcome the managerial and network hurdles?
They can figure it out. I got the best manager in the world. He figured it out all the way up to this point. 27-0, 21 knockouts. They see it.
You have been the most avoided guy at this weight.
That's why.
Do you consider that going forward that is going to continue to happen?
For now on, this is how it's going to be. You see what you get. What up, Brooklyn? What up, Brooklyn? Yeah.
Easy work tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Morrow, back to you.
Thank you very much. That was Jim Gray. Jermall Charlo now captures the WBC Interim Middleweight Championship of the world. So technically he's a 2-division world champion, and he should absolutely be given credit for what he did tonight against Hugo Centeno Jr. Just dominating. Let's take a look back at how this unfolded in the second round. The first round was more of a feeling out process, as we saw. Ronnie Shields wanted to see more out of Jermall Charlo in the second round, and he certainly got that. He wanted to see him use his jab, but here is how the fight ended. That left hook followed by the right and the left. It is so quick, but here is how Jermall went out there. Boom. 2 big right hands, they clash heads, and Charlo just went on the attack and sending Centeno to the deck. Look at this punches and bunches by Charlo, and they were all accurate, landing flush. Centeno literally and figuratively did not know what hit him as he looked up at the lights, and Steve Willis counted a 10, and Centeno could not rise to his feet. As Charlo, with an emphatic second round finish over Hugo Centeno Jr. More gold around the waist of the Charlo brothers, and expect more of that in the near future. Jermall with that interim WBC Middleweight Championship. And I'm sure Jermall is going to have his sights set on Daniel Jacobs, Maciek Sulecki, also Gennady Golovkin. Who knows what's going to happen there? I know he's going to be fighting Vanis Marozyan May 4th, but who knows what's going to happen with the whole Canelo saga. Like it or not, though, Jermall Charlo is not just a player, but a major player at 160. His brother Jermall is holding court at 154, and now Jermall continues to make waves here at 160. And we prepare for our main event of the evening with Adrien Broner and Jessie Vargas. The 28-year-old Adrien Broner. Originally, Broner was supposed to fight Omar Figueroa, but Figueroa suffered a shoulder injury, and Jessie Vargas stepped up to the plate and said, I want this matchup. So this is at a catch weight of 144 pounds between Broner and Vargas. Broner, a 4-division world champion. Vargas, a 2-division world champion. But what a night we've had thus far. A 3rd round finish from Gervonta Tank Davis. A 2nd round starching by Jermall Charlo. And who knows what is going to transpire in our main event here tonight between Adrien Broner and Jessie Vargas. And don't forget, we have a very busy few months when it comes to Premier Boxing Champions. Make sure to follow us on social media at Premier Boxing. Also, follow me at SBR Flores and chime in on the conversation on social media. It's great to see the president of Showtime Sports, Mr. Steven Espinoza, who's hanging around, and Showtime doing a wonderful job as always. Some outstanding fights that we have seen over here to start 2018. Wherever you're joining us in the world, we appreciate it. Either good night or good morning to you, and I promise you are without question not going to regret staying up with us as we go ahead, and in a few moments we're going to take a look back at Adrien Broner's last matchup, which he suffered a defeat against Mikey Garcia here at Barclays Center. But Broner, he was losing early, but started to come on down the stretch against Mikey Garcia, giving him some issues. Garcia's undefeated, 4-division world champion. There is no fault in losing to Mikey Garcia, but Adrien Broner started to pick up the pace in the second half of the fight. Let's take a look at some of the action from Broner Garcia last July here at Barclays Center. Dave Bontempo on the call.
You got to rip. Seconds up. Let's go, man. Come on. Come on, man. But you don't know what they want. Let's go. Let's go, Blue. Vamos, Pico. Son dos rounds.
Animation from both corners as we start round 11. Broner and Garcia. Garcia has landed the bigger shots. Broner has shown up the last 2 to 3 rounds.
And I have it close on my scorecard. I have it 97-95 in favor of Garcia.
You're Broner creeping back into this.
Yeah, I gave him the last two rounds. And the difference is the fact that early on, it just didn't appear he was comfortable inside the ring. Now Broner appears to be comfortable and he's prepared to fight. Early on, he wasn't, in my opinion, prepared to fight.
And that probably cost him at least the first 3 rounds. Maybe 4, we'll find out. Then he found where he needs to be fighting, but he hasn't been able to shift Garcia. Garcia lands her right hand.
The blood coming out of the nose and mouth of Mikey Garcia.
Good left hook by Garcia. Kind of right by Garcia. See, now that brings up the question again. Now that Broner's adjusted and been successful coming at Garcia and is starting to land some better shots, should Garcia move differently and try to get Broner back out of this new rhythm?
Well, it appears that Garcia has made a slight adjustment as well. Now he's looking to get angles. He's landing the left hook, right hand. He's working the jab. He's giving Broner a little subtle movement. And while Broner's attacking, he's throwing straight punches and he's landing. Usually when Broner attacks guys, they don't throw punches.
Broner landing much better shots than he was. Garcia is trying to keep the jab in Broner's face.
Yeah, this round just comes down to numbers. Mikey Garcia has thrown more, landed more. So this round just came down to numbers.
20 seconds left in it. Garcia blocked the right hand by Broner. They exchanged pretty good left hooks.
And Broner appears to be the sharper of the two in terms of punches.
No, amigo, pero todos faltan round, ¿ok? Siga igual, inteligente. No cometa errores. No le regales este round, ¿eh? No le regales el round, ¿eh, mijo? Aquí está ocupado, ocúpelo. 2, 3 golpes, sí. De vez en cuando uno fuerte, pero sígase moviendo. No se quede, ¿ok? ¿Ok? Sí, si aplican 2, 3 golpes, tú no estás las cosas, ¿eh? Si lo tienes a él, muévase. You're not, hey. You're not letting your hands go, okay? Let's go, come on.
Boundless cheer motivated the last round.
Mikey Garcia's corner telling him, don't give Broner the last round, don't give it away. Garcia had a fast start. He is 36-0, 30 knockouts. Broner 33-2, 24 knockouts. Dave Bontempo and Brian Adams with you at Barclays in Brooklyn, New York. It has been the intrigue we expected, with Garcia starting fast and then Broner finally getting comfortable in the second half. Question, Brian, is how big of a hole did he dig early?
Well, I have him behind 3 rounds, so he certainly needs a knock. He don't need a knockout. He need a 2 knockdowns to even it up on my scorecard. But I think once the 8th round hit, he had it in his mind that he had to fight. And Broner, he dug down the fork. But Garcia has stayed composed. He stayed confident.
And he may have a little left in the tank here, does Garcia. Tremendous conditioning by both guys. We have not seen a lull in this fight. And that's rare to say that in any fight.
He hurt Mikey Garcia to the body and then landed a nice right hand. But here comes Mikey Garcia.
Left hooks by Broner. Then he got started very late.
I think that's
coming at him with the hooks.
Yeah, the difference, Garcia just started, Broner just started a little late.
We see that happen in boxing as Garcia turns his back. See it happen more than you think you would in the age of technology, that you can scout guys and know where they might be weak.
I give both guys credit that this has not been an easy fight, but yet they fought it in the phone booth. And you didn't hear referee Harvey Gott tell them to stop holding.
They'll get a significant ovation when this ends. This fight has had all the excitement advertised. And the only question will be, when will the judges think Broner started his move? And there's the ovation. They're up. Well, they should be. Terrific fight.
And there you saw Adrien Broner. He came up short against Mikey Garcia by unanimous decision. Looking to get back in the win column against Jessie Vargas. As we near our main event, Jessie Vargas currently inside the ring, 28 years of age, turned pro in September of 2008. The two-division world champion said, "I've seen the mistakes that Broner's made in the past. I have to come out and worry about my performance, though. I'm versatile, and I'll do what I have to do." We're both former world champions, but at the end of the day, there will only be one winner, and it's going to be me. Jessie Vargas, very relaxed during fight week, and now we await the entrance
and now making his way to the ring, here is the former four-division champion of the world from Cincinnati, Ohio, Adrien "The Problem" Broner.
And there we see Adrien Broner, led by his new trainer, Kevin Cunningham, the four-division world champion. Won world titles at super featherweight, lightweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight. Nearly a 10-year pro, won his first world title in November of 2011, a third-round knockout over Vicente Rodriguez. He's beaten the likes of Paulie Malignaggi, Antonio DeMarco, John Molina Jr., Adrian Granados, Gavin Reese, and Ashley Theophane. When we asked him about the change to Kevin Cunningham, he said, "I actually did a camp with Coach Kevin before when Devin Alexander fought Timothy Bradley. I've seen the way he is. We've had our arguments. He's cussed me out almost every day. But I was just missing the structure. That's what I need." He used to train with Mike Stafford. Did Adrien Broner. He is, without question, one of the most polarizing figures in boxing. He bet a local rapper 6'9", $300,000 that he would get the victory here tonight. When we asked him about his adversary, Jessie Vargas, Broner stated, "I'm just ready to fight. I'm not worried about Jessie. This is a very important fight for my career. I know that Jessie trained hard to beat me. This is a win that can take either of us to the next level." He's coming out with a hump and a step is Adrien Broner, his father behind him. As he goes and touches, gives a pound to Danny Garcia, who's there with his father, Angel. And this great crowd here at Barclays Center, cheering and also giving boos to the man known as AB. He says he's about billions and believes that he can still win another world title. And the second half of his career starts with this matchup against Jessie Vargas. Let's take a look at our tail of the tape here between Broner and Vargas. As you see that the height advantage in favor of Vargas and the reach advantage slightly to Adrien Broner. And also the rules, no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count, not be saved by the bell in any round. Referee or the doctor can stop the fight, and the fight is official after 4 rounds. And here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, Dabella Entertainment, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. Sponsored by Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach, and Casa Noble Tequila, the noble pursuit. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Bob Yalen, and the New York State Athletic Commission. The commissioner is John Signorelli. Introducing to you our three judges scoring from ringside, all from the state of New York. From West Nyack, Julie Letterman. From Lancaster, Eric Marlinsky. And from Rockville Center, Kevin Morgan. We present our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of our main event, Charlie Fitch. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in a welterweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with gold trim, fighting out of it, representing his home of Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighed in at 143 3/4 pounds with a record of 28 wins and 2 losses. He has 10 wins coming by way of knockout. A young veteran of 5 world title appearances, he is currently ranked number 3 in the world as a welterweight by the WBC and the WBA. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former 2-division champion of the world, known as boxing's pride of Las Vegas, introducing Jessie Vargas. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple trunks with white trim. He is fighting out of and representing his home of Cincinnati, Ohio. He weighed in at the limit for this bout of 144 pounds with a record of 33 wins, 3 losses, 1 no contest. He has 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the WBC number 4 super lightweight contender. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the colorful and renowned former 4-division champion of the world, introducing Adrien the Problem Broner. Once again, our third man to the ring now to give instructions is Charlie Fitch.
There you see Adrien Broner, Mike Stafford, his former trainer, still in his corner, but Kevin Cunningham is the main.
Gentlemen, you both know the rules. Protect yourself at all times, follow my commands, and respect the rules of boxing. Touch gloves now, come on, fighting at the bell.
It's our main event of the evening, Adrien the Problem Broner. There he embraces with his new trainer, Kevin Cunningham. Jessie Vargas looking to get this very big victory to go ahead and continue to make waves in the welterweight division. It is the main event here at Barclays Center, Broner and Vargas. As you see that Vargas wearing the white and the gold, wearing the purple and the white is Broner. Sticking the jab is Vargas. Vargas, a very good technical fighter. Won his first world title in 2014. Broner, 2011, his first world championship. Vargas using his jab. Great crowd on hand here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. The left hook, that connected by Broner. Vargas smiles at him. This is the second training camp for Jessie Vargas with Mike McCallum, the body snatcher, former world champion as well. And the right hand for Adrien Broner looks very sharp tonight. 100 seconds left in round one. Vargas looking to use his jab, as is Broner. They're both technically sound fighters. Problem with Broner is that he didn't throw as much in the first half of the fight with Mikey Garcia. Same could be said about his loss at the hands of Shawn Porter. Broner proclaimed that the only fight he feels he truly lost was the one to Marcos Maidana in 2013. Vargas using his jab again. Barclays Center crowd looking to come to their feet. They've seen some impressive finishes here tonight. Compliments of Jermall, Charlo, and Gervonta Davis. Seconds left in round one. It has been a round full of jabs between Vargas and Broner. As they're filling each other out, that closes the books on round number one.
We got what we want in him, right? But we can't do what you're doing. Can't do that. Give me a little bit of this. That throws him off. But you gotta be sticking and stabbing, man. Okay. You letting him bullshit. He'll win around with that jab keeping you at bay. Okay. Shoot something over the top of that motherfucker. He reaching down here with it. All right? But get off first, man. Get off first. Don't start just standing out there.
And when you double jab, you drop the right hand down, okay? So you double jab right hand, okay? And sweep with the hook also. Ba ba boom boom. All right? No what. Your boxing good. Just double jab. Keep your hands up.
So Kevin Cunningham already feeling a sense of urgency, telling Adrien Broner, I don't want you just to stand. I want you to send a right hand over that jab. He knew and he stated to Broner, look, he can win the round just with his jab. You got to get active. Very important fight for both. Vargas wants to catapult himself to matchups. A big left hook by Broner as Vargas came forward. Vargas wants to catapult himself into matchups against the likes of Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. Broner here in this the catchweight bout of 144 pounds. Don't know if he will stay at welterweight or if he'll go back down to 140, but there are numerous options. A right hand backing up Adrien Broner for Jessie Vargas. A right hand to the body by Vargas to Broner. And Vargas active with his jab. He's putting that jab right in the midsection of Adrien Broner. Broner cannot be complacent and allow Jessie Vargas to just jab him and outwork him. And that was the case against Mikey Garcia, although Garcia is technically brilliant. And in the fight with Shawn Porter, Porter just outworked him. The jab coming for Broner, but still it is Vargas for the most part that has been dictating the boxing inside the ring. 65 seconds left in the second. In close, and Broner with the shot to the body of Vargas.
We're down there. Play down there, guys.
Now Broner's going to have to let his hands go. I wonder why he's being a little complacent. 2 left hooks to the body by Vargas. And those are scoring shots. A nice straight right hand backing up Adrien Broner. Nice combination by Jessie Vargas as he goes to the body. Broner shakes his head, but it is accumulating punches, and that is what the judges look at. A straight right hand down the center again for Vargas. Vargas looks very solid here tonight. Last time we saw him was in December, a victory over Aaron Herrera by decision. He put Herrera down in the matchup as well. A left hook by Jessie Vargas.
10 seconds to the bell.
Shot over the top. And Vargas letting his hands go here in the second. A left uppercut. Broner shaking his head, but he seems to be a step slow as Jessie Vargas really doing some good work.
I see what you're doing. I see it. But you gotta, when you there, if he touch you here, you gotta catch and shoot. You can't just not throw nothing back. I see what you're doing. You trying to let him shoot his wide a little bit, but you gotta still.
Let's take a look at some of the action here from round 2. There you see the jab by Jessie Vargas. And there is that straight right hand down the center. And again, Jessie Vargas just being very active. That straight right hand backing up Adrien Broner. There you see the lovely Samantha joining us here ringside. Round number 3. I have Jessie Vargas ahead. 2 rounds to nothing against Adrien Broner. I gave Vargas the slight edge in the first, and then it was Vargas who was very active in the second. And if you're Kevin Cunningham, you got to be thinking, I have got to get Broner to start to throw more punches, because Vargas is just being active using his jab. We saw him start to put together combinations, did Vargas. And when it comes to outworking Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas has thrown 134 punches compared to that of just 56 for Broner. Now Broner's letting his hands go a little bit more here in the third. But Vargas pounds away on the body of Broner. Some good body work by AB from Cincinnati. It's been a solid round for Adrien Broner as he's really starting to try to impose his will. A right uppercut by Broner, but Vargas comes right back. They're both exchanging hooks, but Vargas is wanting to back up Broner. When Vargas has been throwing here in the third, Broner has been out of the way. Close distance now, and Broner rips to the body. That's a shot way downstairs. Vargas complaining about it. Charlie Fitch, the referee, missed it. I'm sure it wasn't intentional that Fitch missed it, but back comes Vargas with a couple left hooks upstairs, followed by a straight right hand to the midsection. Uppercuts for Broner inside. Jessie Vargas throwing punches, but Broner with the right uppercut. Broner moving forward and really targeting the body of Jessie Vargas. Good work between Vargas and Broner here in round 3. The right hand, and Broner really coming forward. That was the best round thus far for Adrien Broner.
The jab, right uppercut, left hook will work. All right? And keep doubling that jab. Okay? Something fading when you stick. Your jab
And
is
here
to the body.
is
Remember that jab
some
to
of the
body?
work from
right hand on top.
the third round. Some body work from Jessie Vargas right there on the abdomen of Adrien Broner. But Broner gave a very good account of himself in the third. As you saw Vargas coming forward. But then in the second half, and here is the low blow by Vargas to Broner that was on the belt line. And I don't think Broner liked that too much as he retaliated with a shot of his own. Round 4, this one's scheduled for 12 here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. Ray Flores joining you. Thank you very much for wherever you are watching around the world. It's a catch weight of 144 pounds. A big right hand to start off round 4 for Vargas. Vargas, very good balance. Very rarely does he put himself in a bad position. Only 2 losses came at the hands of Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley. Lost to Bradley in June of 2015. He had Bradley hurt in the final round, but some miscommunication with the referee. And then the loss to Manny Pacquiao in November of 2016. But he has had a litany of big victories. Big right hand down the middle for Adrien Broner. Broner looks extremely sharp here in this 4th round. A clean shot down the middle that found its destination. But back comes Jessie Vargas. Whenever Broner comes forward like that, Vargas senses that and tries to retaliate. Sharp right hand for Jessie Vargas. Left hook to the body, followed by a left hook. They both exchange hooks. Vargas digging down deep, but Broner has been landing the more authoritative shots here in the 4th. Back comes Vargas. Look at Jessie Vargas. Vargas continues to throw, and Broner sitting down in his punches. A right uppercut that connects. This is a very difficult round to score. Do you look at the aggression by Vargas, or do you look at the cleaner, the bigger shots, the more eye-catching shots for Broner? Adrien Broner, during the lead up to this fight, said that everyone is against me. They're counting me out, and I'm going to prove them wrong. Big straight right hand that connected, but back answers Vargas. Final 24 seconds to go here in round 4. The left hook that got through the guard of Broner, followed by a pounding right hand by Vargas. Final 10 seconds of the 4th. Broner looking to maybe steal the round. And that ends the 4th.
It was close. Look, here's the problem is, you ain't getting off the shots that's there for you to get off. Okay. You touching 1 or 2 times and you act like you satisfied, man. Stop being satisfied and take everything that's there for you to take, man. Remember how I said in the camp?
And here is some of the work from round 4. As you see, Broner throwing that big right hand that caught the jaw of Jessie Vargas. And body work from Jessie Vargas. you see Danny Garcia, who has had his fair share of big moments here at Barclays Center. Lost to Keith Thurman in a very close fight. That's the highest grossing boxing event in the history of Barclays Center. Second was Wilder and Ortiz. That happened last month. We were here for that one. Round 5, this one's scheduled for 12. Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas. On my unofficial scorecard, I have the fight deadlocked even, 2 rounds apiece. A left hook to the body by Jessie Vargas, followed by a straight right hand. Left hooks in abundance for Jessie Vargas. Broner with a tight guard, but Vargas continues to work. There has to be such a big disparity when it comes to the amount of punches that Vargas has thrown compared to that of Broner, as Vargas just continues to throw and throw. A straight right hand. And the Vargas camp, Mike McCallum and company, have to understand and realize that we have to outwork this guy. And they want more of the jab coming out of Jessie Vargas as we're nearing the midway point of round 5. And Vargas with a little bit of not two cuts, but 2 bruises on his left cheek. None of them are anywhere near the eye. And Broner sitting down, and there are combinations here in the 5th, but it is Vargas who just continues to work and work and work and throw punches. And Broner told the corner of Vargas, I got him, and he slips. Oh boy. And for those that are not in the corner of Adrien Broner, I'm sure they're going to get a little bit of a laugh on that one. That was a slip by Broner as they touched gloves. Vargas snickering a little bit. 45 seconds in the 5th.
Off his arm. Jesse, look at that arm.
Both wrestled in close quarters. And Vargas putting together a nice ending to this 5th round. As Broner continues to stalk a left hook that momentarily backed up Vargas. And if Broner's going to let his hands go here in the final moments of this 5th round, as round 5 comes to a close.
You letting him off the hook. You got him where you want him. Let your goddamn hands go, man. He can't hurt. This motherfucker ain't no puncher.
And here is the slip by Adrien Broner as he threw a big left hook and just his right foot just gave way. And we'll take a look. You see Broner, the left hook that connected by Adrien Broner. You see those 2 bruises on the left side of the face of Jessie Vargas. Vargas looking to move, and then Broner came forward. Round 6. This one is scheduled for 12. Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas. Broner, a 4-division world champion. Vargas, a 2-division world champion. 28 years of age is Jessie Vargas. Broner starting off round 6 strong. Broner is looking to back up Jessie Vargas. A big right hand followed by an uppercut. Kevin Cunningham was chastising Broner in the corner in between rounds as to say, you let him off the hook. Vargas needs to continue to go back to work and use his jab and place that straight right hand behind the jab. Whereas Broner, as we mentioned, has power and looks for those hooks and those shots that make you say, wow, but it is the steady work of Jessie Vargas, which has him ahead, at least on my scorecard. The sharp right hand that connected on the button by Broner. And now Broner with a left hook to the body, and I wonder, the left eye of Jessie Vargas could very well be problematic.
Don't reach around, Jesse. Don't reach around his face.
Now close distance, and Charlie Fitch was being told by Mike McCallum in the court of Jessie Vargas, hey, he's using his forearm to push off. Doesn't appear to be that much swelling on the left eye of Jessie Vargas. Vargas fighting this fight in the memory of his grandfather, Rafael Garcia, who passed away last year. Legendary cut man. Vargas on the inside now looking to go to work. 60 seconds, and they're wrestling in a close distance. Vargas barrels in, and he's talking to Broner right now. He said, he pushed me. Vargas has his head pretty much close distance, almost in the chest of Broner if he can, and is throwing punches to the body and smothering Adrien Broner. Left hook. Broner looking for that big uppercut that connects. A left hook, and Charlie Fitch warning Broner about a shot downstairs. And now Vargas will have some time to recuperate.
I know it's accidental. I know he didn't mean it, but you gotta keep him up, all right? Keep him up.
And Charlie Fitch warning Adrien Broner about hitting below the belt.
Time in!
Time back in. They touch gloves, sign of respect between the two. Final 10 seconds of round 6. A round in which Jessie Vargas was once again more of the aggressor and throwing a higher volume of punches. Let's take a look at the left eye of Jessie Vargas. He has Jacob Stitch Duran in his corner. Just some bruising and a little bit of cuts, but no swelling just yet.
Gotta let the right hand go.
And here we see, and they're at close distance, we're seeing Adrien Broner, who's going to push off momentarily with his elbow. There you see with that forearm, and he kind of drives that left forearm into the left side of the face, and we see the low blow by Broner, and that was, yes, well below the belt line by Adrien Broner. Round 7, this one's scheduled for 12 between Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas. Jeff followed by a right hand to the body by Jessie Vargas to start the 7th. A big right hand to start off round 7 by Vargas.
Don't push down his neck, Adrien.
Couple of hooks by Adrien Broner, and Vargas pressing the action. For Adrien Broner, Broner's got to get active. He's got to start to let his hands go. And Kevin Cunningham, I'm sure, is just losing his mind based on the fact that he's watching Broner get outworked by Jessie Vargas. Vargas is throwing a steady stream of jabs, followed by straight right hands and left hooks. And then Broner will step in and throw like a left hook. But a lot of times, he's just watching Vargas. And we see a right uppercut by Broner to Vargas. But I have on my scorecard Vargas up 4-2 on Adrien Broner. Big right hand that got past Adrien Broner's guard as we're at the midway point of round 7.
Break! Step back, please.
And this is again a carbon copy of round 5 for Jessie Vargas. Vargas is getting close, he's throwing punches, he's outworking, he's being more the aggressor, and Adrien Broner sitting down waiting for that highlight reel shot. And that is not coming, so you've got to be active and throw.
Watch that head, Jesse, coming in with a head.
I'm sure that Kevin Cunningham and the camp of Broner have got to be visibly frustrated. Now he's starting to throw, but Vargas is just a constant in his chest, coming forward, jabbing on the inside with his aggression.
No pushing with the arm.
Charlie Fitch, that's the second time he's warned Broner about that forearm. Big right hand by Vargas. And Broner following, looking for that big shot. But if he doesn't put Vargas down here in the 7th, this 7th round looks to be another Jessie Vargas round. And Broner kind of laboring there, sitting in front of Vargas. 10 seconds to go in round 7. Now Broner has a sense of urgency, but will it be too little too late here in the 7th?
That round right there was so easy for you to win big. You know what the problem was? You won't throw. You won't let your hands go. He waiting to get beat up. He waiting. Twin, you can dominate. Okay. You keep talking about winning bullshit rounds. I can see if it was a problem. The problem is you not letting your hands go. That dude is starting to get touched up. Come on, man. Come on, man. You work too hard, man. You work too hard. Bruh. All that fucking sand and sprints.
And here is some of the work from round number 7. Vargas, a big right hand on the chin of Adrien Broner. And Kevin Cunningham, there you see the lovely Mia to begin round number 9. Kevin Cunningham telling Adrien Broner, he goes, the problem is you. Come on, man, you've worked too hard. Essentially letting him know, let your hands go. It's one thing to hit pads and to look good in the gym and have all this flash when no one is in front of you, but it's another thing to do it at this level. And Adrien Broner is a 4-division world champion and has accomplished a lot. But if he wants to continue to fight at this level, he's got to let his hands go like he just did there with a left hook.
Break! That's you grabbing him, Jesse. That's you grabbing him.
As we've just started round 8.
Break. Step away, guys. Step back.
If you're Jessie Vargas, he needs to continue to do what he has been accomplishing over these past few rounds from 5 through 8, or 5, 6, and 7. The jab followed by straight right hand, tight guard, coming forward, getting into the chest of Broner at times, applying that pressure, which mentally it starts to wear on you. And this is not, and Broner has dealt with bigger punchers, the likes of Sean Porter, the likes of Mikey Garcia, Marcos Maidana, and now he has Vargas up against the ropes, and he needs to start to tee off to a degree. A big right hand that connected by Adrien Broner. I don't know if Broner was conserving energy so that he can come on late, but he is looking quite solid here in round number 8. But tagging the body was Vargas, and Broner told Charlie Fitch that might have been low. Fitch warns them about keeping the punches up.
Hey, stay off his back, Jesse.
They're both exchanging hooks. A big left hook by Jessie Vargas that caught Broner. And Vargas feels like he may have had Broner hurt. Broner tying up right now. Jessie Vargas with the big overhand right on the left side of the temple of Broner. Vargas in combinations, double left hook by Broner. The end of round number 8 here at Barclays Center.
That was late, man. That was late. You're worried about him.
Sit down, bro. Sit down, man. Use that energy.
You gotta be careful. We're at the end of the round. You gotta be careful. He got you late there. But both you guys just watch the end of the round. That was on him, not on Adrien. Some of you just don't make sure you stop at the bell, guys.
Come on, twin, give me the glove. Give me the glove. Hey, twin. Yeah. Listen here, bro. Is you in shape, bro? That's right. Well, show me you in shape this round and go out.
And here is that left hook by Adrien Broner, zeroing in on that. And boom, it caught Jessie Vargas. And another Adrien Broner, that lead right hand that momentarily halted Jessie Vargas in its tracks. But here's Jessie Vargas, who would go ahead and get some of his own with a left hook right that caught the right side of the head. You see Vargas, some reddening and some bruises from that right hand of Adrien Broner. Round number 9, Ray Flores joining you here ringside at Barclays Center. Great to be with all of you wherever you're joining us around the world. A very interesting and entertaining matchup between Adrien Broner and Jessie Vargas. Broner starting off strong here in round number 9. Whatever words Kevin Cunningham told Broner, they have certainly paid off, as we saw a very strong round number 8 from Broner. And now he's starting off the 9th very strong. The lead right hand backing up Vargas. If you're Jessie Vargas, he needs to go back to using the jab, doubling up on the jab, and being extremely aggressive. Because if he sits and waits and allows Adrien Broner to dictate the pace and the tempo of this 9th round, then it'll likely shift to Broner. Left hook, followed by some body work. There is the attack that I was discussing about from Jessie Vargas. 100 seconds left here in the 9th. Vargas needs to continue to go back to being active and throwing the jab in various parts, either to the body of Broner, to the head, varying the levels of his jab. And Vargas shakes his head to tell Broner, look, you're not going to frustrate me here tonight. A left hook by Broner, but Vargas comes back. They're both sitting down on their punches and really focusing on the body of one another. 65 seconds left. A right hand followed by some body work from Vargas. Under a minute left here in the 9th. Kevin Alexander, who's been under Kevin Cunningham since the very beginning, since he was a young man, is here to support his coach Cunningham and Adrien Broner. And they're both talking to one another inside the ring. Don't know what they're saying, but Vargas comes back and continues to work hard. And a sweeping left hook by Broner. What a big left hook followed by a right hand. Is that enough to win Broner the round? He has Vargas backed up. Vargas, a big left hook by Vargas. Final 15 seconds, the action intensifying here at Barclays Center. Vargas says, come on, let's fight. An uppercut by Broner. A big right hand. Vargas looks like he's staggered. Broner letting his hands go. Oh my goodness, what work by Broner. Wow, there is Errol Spence Jr. saying, man, I'm glad I made my way from DeSoto, Texas for this one.
listen to me, bro. Listen to me. Can you please do this? Slip and slide while you step to him. You step into him straight up and down, so he caught you with some looping shit. Slip and slide and stick and stab. All right, listen to me, man.
And here is Jessie Vargas, who was very aggressive in the early part of the 9th, throwing that straight right hand followed by the left hook to the body. But then Adrien Broner showcasing his dynamic punching ability as he had Vargas hurt. So I gave that 9th round to Adrien Broner. I have it 5-4 as we enter the 10th round. As high drama here at Barclays Center, a jam-packed crowd, well over 10,000 in attendance. Can Broner go back and continue on his attack of Jessie Vargas? How hurt was Vargas in that 10th round? And chance of AB and Jessie dueling chance here at Barclays Center. A high-level matchup here at 144 pounds at catchweight. Both looking for bigger financial opportunities, bigger name fights, if they are successful here tonight. Vargas for the past 50 seconds, and now Broner with his theatrics, stumbling around and walking around in a different fashion. But Vargas continues to pump that jab and unleash it. A left hook to the right side of the body of Broner.
Step back, please.
And as they're in close distance, they have words for one another. Vargas doubling up on his jab. And Jessie Vargas, despite the fact that he only has 10 knockouts in his career, he is 28-2, just 10 knockouts in 30 fights. He still has deceptive power. Very good fundamentally is Jessie Vargas. Now from a power punching standpoint, landed, we are even. But when it comes to punches thrown, Jessie Vargas clearly has the advantage. But it's going to go back from a judging standpoint. Do the judges score the bigger, more authoritative shots? The bigger, more eye-glancing shots from Adrien Broner, or do you go to the consistent work rate of Jessie Vargas? Do you score that in his favor? What do you prefer as a judge? Under 30 seconds left here in the 10th. A sharp right hand that got through by Jessie Vargas. And so far, Vargas has been out hustling Adrien Broner here in the 10th. And Broner's going to need something big. A big right hand that backed up Vargas. And Vargas answers back. Left hook by Broner. Broner swinging for the fences. Oh, big straight right hand. And he had Vargas wobble again. But that'll end round 10. And the fans enjoying themselves here at Barclays Center.
Right. I like that. Jab right up on the hook sometimes. His body's wide open, sir. Don't go back to the jab. Don't stop jabbing. Remember the jab and win back to the jab.
And here is Jessie Vargas. That was a big right hand that backed up Vargas by Adrien Broner. And Vargas with the jab, big right hand, as the jab is what had Adrien Broner wondering what was going to come next. The jab frustrated, and this was the end of the round as Broner shook his head and went back to work with the left hook. I gave round 10 to Jessie Vargas. I have in my head 6-4. It's a very close matchup here at Barclays Center. Jessie Vargas, the 2-division world champion. Broner, the 4-division world champion. Charlie Fitch separates them. The winner of this fight likely will be in line to fight one of those bigger names at 147, maybe a Danny Garcia, maybe a Sean Porter, who knows? You still have Keith Thurman, who's the WBC and WBA welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence as well. Quite a bit of, there's no shortage of higher level opposition at 147. And this is a very close matchup between Broner and Vargas. I could see it being 5-5, but I have Vargas 6-4. Broner looking to stalk Jessie Vargas. But Vargas has got to get active with his jab and also with his left hook. Because with Jessie Vargas, a lot of his success comes from the jab. And then he's able to get off and throw punches and throw that sharp right hand behind it. He's tripling up on the jab, as we just saw. And Broner can't wait for the final 35, 40 seconds. Honestly, he waits till the final 15 seconds to go to work, and then he'll buckle Jessie Vargas, and the round ends, so Vargas is able to recover. A left hook, and now Vargas goes ahead and wipes away at his right eye. And I think Broner feels like he just hurt Vargas. And Broner ready to pounce on Vargas. 50 seconds left here in the 11th. There's some blood streaming on the chest of Jessie Vargas. It is from the left eye. Outside of the left eye, blood is streaming. We have not seen that here tonight. This is the start of a laceration outside the left eye by Jessie Vargas. Now Broner looking to sit down in his punches. Will he decide to throw though? Vargas has been more active and aggressive here in the 11th. Can Broner land a highlight reel shot to end round 11? And that is the end of the 11th. Stitch Duran working on the left cut. The cut is above the eyelid, but it's looking to dripping. It's dripping outside of his eye. I don't think it's directly dripping into his eye.
Double jab, right hand, left hook.
Listen to me. We gotta finish strong, and you can. He gotta be knocked out. Yeah. Go. I need you to act like you need a knockout to win this fight. Cause I don't know what the fuck they doing with these.
Well, as we're approaching the 12th and final round of this bout, let's cheer him on as they enter the center of the ring.
Kevin Cunningham telling Adrien Broner, you have to act like you need a knockout.
Touch gloves, and last
Wise instructions from a world-class trainer in Kevin Cunningham to Adrien Broner. For Mike McCallum, they were telling Jessie Vargas, double up on the jab, and then give me that right hand, followed by a left hook. The final round, I gave round 11 to Jessie Vargas. I have him ahead 7-4, but I could see it 6-5 in favor of Jessie Vargas. Broner, I'm wondering to see out of him if we are going to witness, if he's going to listen to Kevin Cunningham and showcase that sense of urgency. The raw natural ability is clearly there when it comes to Broner. It has always been there, but it has been, he has gotten beaten to the punch in most matchups in the 3 losses that he has fallen to. Maidana, Garcia, Porter. And this is the kind of tempo that favors Jessie Vargas here in this 12th and final round. And Vargas wanting the fans to come to their feet. He feels like he has, I don't know if he wants to get the crowd involved or if he feels like he has the fight won. Midway point of the 12th and final round. middle part of the fight looked very good. But in round number 10, it has been Jessie Vargas who has taken over here in these quote-unquote championship rounds. Big right hand by Adrien Broner, but Jessie Vargas continues to throw his jab. Fundamentals, the jab followed by the right hand, an occasional left hook, some body work by Vargas, and Broner has not thrown anything substantial, and the fans are not liking that whatsoever. They are booing what they feel is a lack of action here at Barclays Center. And that is the complete antithesis of what Kevin Cunningham told Adrien Broner. If Broner loses this, a close fight, he will be kicking himself that he did not do enough in the final moments of this fight in the 12th round. He hasn't done literally anything, and Vargas has been outworking him. Now Broner comes on in the final 5 seconds, but too little too late for Adrien Broner. This one is over. And Jessie Vargas and Adrien Broner go the distance here at Barclays Center.
Basic one-on-one, right? Bring him in there, give him about 30 seconds. Good.
There you see Jessie Vargas.
Give him about 30 seconds. Mouthpiece.
He's there with Jacob Stitch Duran. Adrien Broner with new trainer Kevin Cunningham. Cunningham gave him the proper instructions, but it doesn't appear as if Broner listened to him, especially in that 12th round. On my unofficial scorecard, I have it 8-4 in favor of Jessie Vargas. And Vargas is smiling from ear to ear. And Broner, by his demeanor, it doesn't appear as if he thinks he's going to be victorious. Jessie Vargas around the ring, gets himself on the turnbuckle, showing love to the fans here in Brooklyn. He's very classy, is Jessie Vargas. He has his father, Jose, and his sister, Jessica, in attendance. Jessie Vargas showing the class act that he is. And there is Adrien Broner, who is one of the most polarizing figures in boxing. He jumps on, and the fans are booing Broner vehemently here at Barclays Center. And here is some of the work from the fight. A sweeping left hook by Jessie Vargas, followed by the left hook to the body, and it was the eye-catching blows by Broner compared to the steady work rate from Jessie Vargas. How will the judges have this one scored? We are moments away, and the judges, Julie Letterman, Eric Marlinsky, and Kevin Morgan. That is who has the unenviable task of judging this one, but I think it is clear to those at ringside that Vargas was victorious. And now here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, we go to the scorecards. Judge at ringside, Julie Letterman scores the bout 115 to 113 in favor of Adrien Broner. Judges at ringside, Eric Marlinski and Kevin Morgan overrule. Both of them score the bout 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a majority draw.
So a majority draw. The fans booing this one, believing that Jessie was victorious. And here's Jim Gray.
All right, Mo, thank you very much.
Hey, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Man, let me see the mic. Hey, I beat
Hold on.
I beat your ass. Look at his face. It looked like I beat him what they beat Martin Luther King with, man.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm an honest man. We went at it for 12 rounds. That's what it was.
No, Eddie, that's game.
We can do it again.
Go at it, it's game. I beat your ass.
We can do it again.
I beat your ass like you stole something. I beat your ass like you got suspended from school. I beat your ass like you stole my ball, nigga.
We can go get some more if you want.
Huh?
You heard me.
You bruised up?
I'm ready to fight right now, fool.
Come on, man. Your face cut up. You need peroxide. You need peroxide of alcohol.
You need to settle down.
You need peroxide of alcohol. Boy, your face on 6'9" right now. You a blood.
All right. Did you think you won the fight?
I thought I won the fight. But at the end of the day, I can't argue and I can't dispute the judge's decision.
Why do you think you won the fight?
Because I was landing clean, effective blows from the outside. And then I settled in, find the inside, hit him with some clean, hard body shots. I thought it was a good fight. I felt it was up, but at the end of the day, I can't dispute the decision from the judges.
You threw a lot more punches, over 800. You certainly won the early rounds, but it seemed like Adrien came back in those middle rounds and won those. What happened to the complexion of the fight during those middle rounds?
If that's your fair assessment of the fight, does that argue with the judge's decision?
No, but I'm asking you a question. What do you believe happened? And that's how the judges' cards reflected as well.
Well, it wasn't far off. So that means that it must have been a close fight for every judge to have it close. Two of them had it a draw, the other had it a close fight.
Did you think that you had won the fight going into the 12th round?
I did. I felt that it was a good fight. I thought I was up by 2 rounds. Personally, but like I said, I'm not looking from the outside. I'm finding the inside, so I'm relying on the judges to make the right decisions.
Did the cut in the 11th round bother you as the fight for the final 2 rounds?
It did, but this is a fight. We can't make any excuses. If there's a cut, if there's a bruise, we need to keep fighting, and that's exactly what I did. I gave the fans a show. I gave the fans, fight fans here in Brooklyn a show. I hope that they enjoyed it, and we hope to come back and do it again soon.
And you said you'd like to fight him again, correct?
Of course. We'll run it back.
Okay. Adrien, why do you feel that you won the fight?
First of all, I want to thank God for nobody getting seriously hurt. Y'all can boo, it's cool. Second of all, you know, I want to thank Jessie Vargas. You know, he's a 2-time world champion. You know, he came to fight. But at the end of the day, man, y'all know I beat him, man. No homo, man. I won that fight. Point blank, period.
The early rounds, Vargas won the fight through tremendous amount more
even
punches.
You think I beat him?
Hold on. But then in the middle rounds, hold on, sir. But then in the middle rounds, you turn things around. What turned the fight around and enabled you to connect with your left so often in those middle rounds?
I was connecting with rights too. Was you watching? You got cataract? Your eyes fucked up? Did you see?
No, they're not. Do you want to answer the question? What changed things from the early rounds to those?
I got warmed up. And I started putting hands on him. Point blank, period.
Were you a different fighter with Kevin Cunningham in your corner? Did the big changes that you had looked for, were you able to enact them?
You're a different fighter with that different suit on. Did things change when you changed that old ass suit?
I don't have any different trainers or any different tailors. Was your trainer a help this evening?
Of course. I want to thank Coach Kevin Cunningham, and I want to give the biggest thanks to him, and one of the biggest thanks to my original coach, Mike Stafford, for understanding I needed to do something different and just stay in my corner. So, you know, I got to give a good thanks to that.
Final thought, would you like to fight Vargas again based on this draw?
Hell yeah, but let's go to my town. You know, I want to fight him where I'm from. There's hella Mexicans and shit in here. Everybody keep booing me and shit. They want rice and chicken. I want some motherfuckers that want some conies around me.
All right. Adrien, thank you.
Adrien Broner, Jessie Vargas, they fight to a draw. I saw very close rounds and can totally see, I think a draw is absolutely acceptable. And we take a look back on this matchup. It was the work ethic of Jessie Vargas compared to the punching power and the ability by Adrien Broner to land the more authoritative and the bigger shots. That's what was key in this matchup between Broner and Vargas, as Vargas got tattooed several times, and that swayed the judges, and there were a couple of up-in-the-air rounds that could have gone to either man. But we see a draw between Broner and Vargas here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. As you saw Broner coming forward, when he came forward, he was extremely effective. Vargas was moving forward and that was a slip by Broner earlier in the fight. But when it comes to Jessie Vargas, he stepped in with his jab, followed by that straight right hand and the left hook. But Adrien Broner, a lot of power still, and at 28 years of age, he's still difficult to deal with. So both guys get a draw in this matchup. Jessie Vargas 28-2-1. Adrien Broner, his record now 33-3-1 is where it stands. And here's the 9th round, a very entertaining, probably the best round of the fight, as both guys really seem to let their hands go. Broner swinging for the fences, left hooks, and the uppercut followed by that right hand as Charlie Fitch separated them at the end. And here's the 10th round when Broner went back to work again. Vargas, for the most part, was winning this round, and Broner ended the 10th with the flurry. And at the 12th and final round, Jessie Vargas trying to get the fans into this fight to really enjoy this 12th and final round. And Vargas on the turnbuckle giving a sign of respect to the fans here in Brooklyn. And there we saw the draw. Both guys disappointed with it, but it could be worse on either end. But I have to say that as you see Adrien Broner talking with the media here at Barclays Center, and he doesn't seem to be disappointed. I'm sure he's not happy, but he could have gotten and could have suffered another defeat, and that would have been catastrophic to Adrien Broner. So Broner and Vargas have a draw here at Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. What was an eventful evening. My goodness, to start the night, we saw a heck of a performance out of Gervonta Davis, that man, the 23-year-old out of Baltimore, as he put down Jesus Cuellar not once but twice and finished him off in the 3rd. And Jermall Charlo goes ahead and decapitates Hugo Centeno Jr. here in the 2nd round. And in our main event, Jessie Vargas, the 2-division world champion, took on the 4-division world champion in Adrien Broner, and they both fought to a draw. And more action coming your way. Compliments of Premier Boxing Champions. On behalf of our entire staff, I'm Ray Flores saying thank you so much for joining us here from Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. You've been watching Premier Boxing Champions. We look forward to seeing you in the coming weeks for more action. Good night from Brooklyn.